Life is complicated enough without us making it harder on ourselves. Some things would make it a lot easier, like winning the lottery, or finding a magic lamp with a genie inside. But there are tons of little ways you can simplify your life that don't require tremendous luck. Here are 10 easy hacks that will make your life so much simpler. We'll even give you a head start on this first trick. To make sure you never run out of fascinating videos to watch, just hit the subscribe button located conveniently on your screen. Simple. Keep your zipper up. Zipping up your jeans is something you do every day, but we've all experienced the embarrassment that occurs when that doesn't go according to plan. Whether it's because your zipper's gotten lax in its duties, or because you've gotten lax in your diet, we have a solution for you. You may be tempted to toss these pants and use this as an excuse for some retail therapy, but save your money. All you need to fix up your zipper is a metal keyring. That's right. The simple device you use to hold your keys is the solution to your zipper-related problem. Simply attach a small keyring to your zipper, slip into your jeans as you normally would, and pull the zipper up. Loop the keyring around the button. Lastly, button your pants as normal, which should conceal the ring from any prying eyes. Don't worry, your secret's safe with us, and your pants are safe as well. Cool down your wine. Certain wines just taste better when they're slightly chilled. And since we don't all have wine cellars, and real estate in the fridge is at a premium, what are we to do? After all, the obvious solution of using ice cubes is a less than ideal solution. Water turning into wine is a pretty awesome trick, but water melting into wine just ruins the taste. Some people consider that quite sacrilegious. You could also try a frosty mug, but once you start drinking your wine out of a mug, it's all downhill from there. The solution is so simple, you might have it in your pantry right now. Grapes! Just pop them in the freezer and wait until they're thoroughly frozen. Once they're freezing cold, just plop a couple into your wine glass. They'll chill the wine without watering it down. And bonus, you can eat them afterwards. Just make sure they pair nicely with your wine. Hammer time. Once you've pinpointed the perfect spot on your wall to hang up your tasteful artwork, all that's left is hammering in a nail. If you're like us, you may cringe at the thought of smashing a heavy piece of metal precariously close to your precious fingers. Something about potentially getting our fingers, one of our most useful body parts, bashed with a hammer just makes us a little bit nervous. Fortunately, we're about to take the risk out of picture hanging. Just use a clothespin to hold up the nail instead of your hand. Pick up a clothespin, it can be plastic or wooden, your choice, and use it to grip the nail. Use the clothespin to hold the nail in place until it's secure enough for you to finish without it. Be careful you don't accidentally nail the clothespin to the wall along with the nail. Although, we suppose you could pass it off as some avant-garde art. Open plastic packaging. Here's a great way to feel ancient. It's likely that someday our great-great-great-grandchildren won't know the struggle of trying to get the plastic off a brand new CD. As we move to increasingly digital formats, this frustrating rite of passage may be nothing more than a bad memory. However, there is still plenty of plastic packaging out there that confounds us. Packing with a clamshell design is especially difficult to open, and no amount of tugging, biting, praying, or sobbing is going to get it open. You could use an incredibly sharp knife, but this is dangerous not only to your fingers, but to whatever is inside the packaging. Instead, just use a can opener. A manual can opener is the perfect tool for this task. Just fit the edge of the plastic into the gears of the can opener and turn the knob like you would do to open up a can. Open a big enough gap in the plastic packaging and you should be able to pry it open with ease. Reheating pizza. While we love a nice slice of cold pizza for breakfast, we also yearn to recapture the magic of a fresh slice of piping hot pizza. Popping it in the microwave tends to leave the crust soggy or chewy, so the other rational option is the oven. However, this takes so long, you might as well drive to the store and pick up another pizza. Plus, if you live in a dorm, a microwave or cold pizza might be your only option. Go ahead and pour yourself a glass of water. No, you're not gonna drink it. You're gonna put it in the microwave with your slice of pizza. Make sure the cup is about 2/3 full of water. The moisture from the water will keep your pizza from drying out and getting an unpleasant texture. Heat it for about 45 seconds, and you've got a piping hot slice and a mostly full cup of hot tap water. Make a lantern. Whenever the power goes out, we're forced to sit around and contemplate our existence without the distraction of TV and internet. It's a situation where you realize just how much you depend on electricity. This is especially true if it happens at night and you're surrounded by darkness. Instead of trying to use echolocation like a bat, act like the human you are and use tools to help you adapt. Take a plastic container full of water and attach a flashlight so the light is shining into the jug. The bigger the container of water, the better this will work. The water will diffuse the light and the container will light up like a lantern. And when it's time for lights out, you won't even have to get up and stumble to the kitchen for a glass of water. Stop duct tape from sticking. It's so incredibly frustrating when we need a fresh piece of duct tape to finish repairing our car bumper and we just can't find where the roll starts. Once you're done carefully running your fingers around the roll several times, as if you were trying to read Braille, you then get to experience the challenge of trying to pull up fresh tape. While we use duct tape in this example, this trick applies to any large roll of tape that causes you trouble. Just use a paper clip. Despite their name, they're good at more than just clipping papers together. Peel up a fresh piece of tape just enough to cover the paper clip, stick the paper clip to the adhesive, and toss it in the drawer for the next time you need a piece. The struggle to find the beginning of the roll of tape is finally over. Fix your keyboard. Is there anything worse than a wobbly keyboard? There you are, frantically trying to leave a comment on the latest video from The Hub, and your keyboard seems to be conspiring against you. Now someone else has commented that they were the first to weigh in on the video, and you missed your one shot at experiencing true joy in life. Oh, if you had only fixed your wobbly keyboard! Rather than throwing out your keyboard in a fit of rage, try a cheap hack instead. Grab a couple of binder clips and use them to fix your keyboard. Attach the metal tabs on the binder clips to the bottom of your keyboard, similarly to how the missing plastic feet once connected. Find the holes that once kept the keyboard feet in place and stick each end of the binder tab inside. Flip the keyboard back over and you'll see it's as good as new. Organize your handbags. Some of us have so many handbags we simply don't have room for them all. But we know if we dare to get rid of one, we'll of course put together an outfit it would coordinate perfectly with. And what a tragedy that would be. However, having a pile of handbags laying around is an inefficient use of space at its best, and a frustrating mess at worst. Due to their different shapes and sizes, it's hard to find a one-size-fits-all organization method for them. If you can clear some extra room in your closet, you can use shower curtain hangers to begin decimating Mount Handbag. Just place the hooks on your clothing rod and hang your handbags from it. This also has the added benefit of moving them to eye level for easier selection and easier access. Cut a sponge. We've heard of cutting a rug, but cutting a sponge is a new one. We use sponges for all sorts of household tasks, from wiping down our counters to tackling the pile of dirty dishes in the sink. It's hard to imagine how we'd get by without these convenient little scrubbers, but we also know that they are a breeding ground for all kinds of disgusting and potentially dangerous bacteria. Thus, they need to be replaced pretty frequently as we dirty them. Cutting your sponges in half is a brilliant but simple way to save money and improve your safety. If you think about it, our whole sponge doesn't get worn out uniformly. It's usually just the parts of the sponge we press the hardest on that get the most use. So by cutting a sponge in half, we can use half at a time. And once it's done, toss it in the trash and treat ourselves to a fresh one. So, what are you gonna do with all your newly discovered free time now that you've streamlined your life a bit? You could learn a new language, read a novel, or just use that time to catch up on some videos from The Hub. If you can't get all this information firsthand in the world, The Hub makes it easy for you to stay informed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.